me tell you something about this video. This is not for anybody to laugh at or to find funny or to find entertaining or insightful or witty. This is true venom that's about to come out of my mouth because of the things that I have seen over the past few weeks. Of course, I'm talking about Blacky Lebowski, aka AsheVillian. Now, I'm pretty sure you're all wondering why I'm bringing this asshole up again. Well, he did something that I'm pretty sure some of you know about a few weeks ago. But for those of you who don't know, and I'm going to assume most of you don't know what's happened, allow me to sort of explain. Now you know Arbiter365, right? I re-uploaded a video of his a few weeks ago entitled that Blacky Lebowski is in love with his Connect. I'll leave a link in the video description so you can watch the video. It's really funny. Yeah, remember how he flagged Arbiter365's parody video? Well, that video got reinstated, the one I re-uploaded. So you would think that that would be the end of it, right? Well, he stooped down to a level that I never thought he would. He literally called up Arbiter365's job because Arbiter365 is in the military. He called his boss to try and get him fired, all because he got butthurt over a parody video. I'm gonna say that again just so you can hear this. Honestly, he called this man's job, he had the nerve to call up his job to try to get him fired over a parody video. Now let's think about that for a second, because I think that's completely stupid. Let's think about that for a second. Yeah, it's still completely stupid, honestly. I really have to say this. Why the hell would you go out and do something like that? I'd really like to know that. What the hell is the point of that? You're going to the level of messing with somebody's personal life all because you're upset over a parody video? Really? And honestly, I'm gonna warn you right now, this is going to contain some foul language because this dude pissed me off just that much. So if you don't like hearing a bunch of curse words, I suggest you click out of the video right now. Honestly, this has got to be one of the dumbest reasons I've ever heard of somebody trying to get somebody fired. If that makes any sense. Like, really? So what? He made a parody video about you. Boo-hoo, get the fuck over it, man. Seriously, grow the fuck up. It's a fucking parody video. You know, it's the internet. People are gonna say things about you whether you're doing good or bad. It's just a reality, okay? You gotta be able to handle criticism. It's the internet. It's a cruel place. And if you can't handle criticism, which you've proven to me that you can't, then honestly, you don't need to be on this website. You don't. Because you've proved to me and many other people that you're unwilling to accept even the slightest form of criticism that's directed towards you. And the funniest thing about this is that you basically call anybody out. I'm sorry, I'm tripping up on my words here, but this just pisses me off. You want to call everybody who calls you out on your BS a bunch of losers, but yet you wasted your time looking up this guy's information about where he worked and all this other stuff to try and get him fired, all because you didn't like what he said about you on YouTube. Am I the only one that finds this absolutely pathetic? Because it is pathetic. Like, oh boo-hoo, he said something mean about you on YouTube. Who cares? Who cares? Get over it. You know, and the one thing I've learned about being on the internet, as long as I have been, is that you gotta be willing to accept criticism. Because there's gonna be people that are gonna say just awful things about you. That's the reality of it. It's the internet. People have no restraint on here. You know? But the very fact that you are going to get upset and try to mess with somebody's personal life because they said something about you didn't like, is just, that's going to a level that I never even thought was possible. And I honestly thought Onision was fucked up. This guy is fucked up to a level that I never even thought was imaginable. Absolutely imaginable. Honestly, uh, and this is the same person that threatened Blackhorn with guns. And speaking of Blackhorn, I have to give him an apology. Now don't think of this as me flip-flopping on everything that I've said about him, because I don't really like the dude either. But I have to say, the Blackhorn, I fucked up. I'm sorry. I'm legitimately sorry. You know? And I also have to say to you, congratulations, somebody out there has done something far worse and far more despicable than any of the shit you could have said or could have ever thought or done. Somebody has surpassed you in that realm of just somebody has surpassed you in the realm of just despicable trolls. So congratulations, you're not the most despicable troll on this website, although that really is not saying much. And I mean, this asshole has the absolute nerve to go and flag people, a dozen or so people, including myself, because when I tried to re-upload Arbiter 365's video originally, it got rejected for terms of use violations. So it was either Blacky Lebowski or one of his dumbass fanboys acting on his behalf. You know? And it's not bad enough that he threatened black men with guns. And it's not bad enough that anybody that calls him out on his BS is called a faggot. He calls him a faggot. It's funny. It's really ironic that he calls all of us losers for calling him out on his BS and saying that we don't need to be worried about what grown men do on the internet. Yet he's going around and threatening other people and actively trying to mess with other people's personal lives. Do you realize how much sense this makes? Like seriously? He is the very embodiment of a hypocrite. The very embodiment. And like Modern War Negro said in his video about 5 things he hated about the video game community, I'll leave a link to that video in the description as well. It's a fantastic video. This is a prime example of what can happen when you take the internet way too seriously, when you don't keep it a gaming. Like, I repeat, do not get sucked into this shit. Not only will your channel not grow, but just because you cover drama and trolling doesn't mean you'll be a guaranteed success on YouTube. You won't be the next Good Griefing or Minnesota Burns or any of the other thousands of griefing channels that do this kind of stuff. No. Because once you get sucked in, you cannot get out. You know, and to quote Modern War Negro from his video, you have people literally threatening to fight, kill, and call the police on one another, all because they don't share the same opinion about a video game. It's truly sad, and this just makes the gaming community look worse than it already is. But to Blacky Lebowski, I only have one word to you. You need to get off the internet. It's obvious to me that you are mentally unstable. You are not a man. You're not a man. You are a mentally unstable, insecure 12-year-old boy in the body of a man in his 30s. It's obvious that you have mental and psychological problems, and they need to be dealt with outside of YouTube, outside of the internet. Obviously, you can't handle it. And yet, you want to call us losers and say that we're a bunch of faggots. Yet when anybody has even the slightest form of criticism direct towards you, you can't handle it. In the slightest. And with your mental state, you don't need to be on YouTube. It's not healthy for you. And to the people that want to defend this man's actions and think he's in the right, to Arsenal 187 or any of his other dumbass fanboys, you can honestly go stick it where the sun don't shine as far as I'm concerned. Because if you are gonna sit here and honestly defend this man's actions and what he's done and the things that he continues to do, then you're just as fucked up as he is. You really, really are. And the Blacky Lebowski, aka AsheVillian, seriously, man, the jig is up. You're reaching Zaire levels of hatred on this website. Is this what you really want to be known for? Really? Because honestly, people aren't going to remember you for making quality videos. They're going to remember you as that batshit crazy person that can't take opinions, that tried to get a guy fired from his job, that tried to threaten another guy with guns over the internet over an opinion on video games. Seriously. And even though I've had my own, and even though I've dealt with a lot of messed up people on the internet, you've got to be downright one of the most fucked up people on the internet. And the very fact that you want us to respect your opinion, yet you'll go around and do all the shit that you do, yet you want people to respect you. But seriously, fuck you. Fuck you. You despicable pile of shit. Get off of YouTube, reevaluate your life, and when you're more mature, come back, and then maybe, just maybe, we will respect you and take your opinions seriously. You know what? I'm done. I'm done. This is that Katukas, aka the Unhero, signing out. Deuces. Stay frosty and keep it weird.